Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 37 of Naruto, the God of Shinobi. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune for my main channel because tonight I'm gonna be posting what if Naruto was Sasuke and what if Naruto went missing for 4 years. So stay in tune for all of those lovely what if. And I just posted a new episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage, so switch across and enjoy. And if you're new to Anime King 2 and this is the first time you hear my voice guys, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the family. And thank you for all of your support and help, and comment down below and tell me if you're new. And also switch over to Anime King and go over to my community tab. I post 5 new what ifs ideas, and the 2 with the most votes, I'm going to be doing those. So go ahead and check it out. And vote guys, vote for the 2 best one. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. So last time we left off, Naruto got news from Neji that Hinata found out, as she was the one hiding in the bushes and overheard Neji's plan, and she wanted to know where Naruto was. Naruto then came back to the village as Uncle Neji and Hinata was surprised by his new attire and his new look. Naruto told Hinata that if she loved him and wanted to join him, she has to kill Hayashi Hyuga, the leader of the Hyuga clan, as Hinata said yes, and she would do anything to be with Naruto, as she then went off. So the last where we left off was when Naruto caught up with Neji and Uncle, as he told them what he did. And night was coming down, and so they all went off to go witness if Hinata really has the guts to kill Hayashi. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across to the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. After her conversation with Naruto, Hinata went to the Hyuga mansion. As she walked down the hallway to her father's study where he should be at this time. Hinata then finally arrived at the door as she knocked. "Father, it's me, Hinata," she said softly. "Enter," he said. As Hinata opened the door and walked in, as she closed it behind her. "What do you want?" Hayashi asked, as he was focused on the documents in front of him, not even looking at Hinata. "I just came to see if you needed anything," Hinata responded quietly with her head down, as Hayashi looked at Hinata, but he quickly spun back around and looked at the documents that was in his hands. "I am fine," said Hayashi. Hinata then walked up to Hayashi as she stopped behind him. "What are you doing?" Hayashi asked. "I am just giving you a massage, father," she said. As she started to do that, "You must be quite stressed." Hayashi just allowed her to do what she was doing. As a thought crossed his mind, Hinata hasn't stuttered once since she came in. But he couldn't think a lot on it, as he felt his arms went limp. As Hinata sealed off his arm's chakra, and also his arms, as it wouldn't last though. He was a Hyuga, and he would be able to do something. Hinata then quickly walked around the chair as she stood in front of him. "Hinata," Hayashi said, with shock written all over his face. "Why are you doing this?" "Is it really that hard to guess?" Hinata replied. Before Hayashi could say anything, Hinata delivered a palm strike straight at Hayashi's heart, killing the man instant. "Oh crap!" screamed Anko from a nearby tree with Neji and Naruto beside her. "She actually did it." "Would you keep it down?" said Neji, with his Byakugan activated to see if anyone was nearby, but he too was very surprised. Not that he cared about Hayashi, but the fact that Hinata actually succeeded in killing him. Naruto merely smirked. "Well, I wasn't expecting her to succeed." "And what now? Are you going to kill her?" asked Kurama. "No, that would be a waste. Having someone like her that will do anything for me, that will become useful in the future." Kurama chuckled. "Oh, I see." As Neji then spoke, "This is still going to make an investigation happen. Do you have a plan how to stop them from occurring?" Neji asked as Naruto chuckled. "Why yes, I do actually." With Hinata, she could only stare for a moment at her father's unmoving body As that changed, as excitement came on her face, she actually did it. She succeeded in killing him. Now Naruto will allow her to join him. As a blush came on her face, thinking about Naruto. Soft clapping made Hinata come out of her perverted thoughts as she looked by the door. Well done, Hinata, said Naruto as Hinata blushed. Now, said Naruto as he opened the door, it will be best if you go back to your room, like if nothing happened. Don't worry, I will take it from here. Hinata only bowed as she started to do that, but she stopped right at Naruto. Am I in now? She asked. Naruto grabbed her as he wrapped his arms around her waist and gave her a kiss, making her blush like crazy. After about 5 seconds the kiss ended. Of course, said Naruto. Hinata blushed like crazy as she left, silently closing the door. You know, I'm kind of jealous, said Uncle with a pout as she appeared. Naruto rolled his eyes at her. Don't be. Neji could only shake his head as he appeared as well. You sure are good, Naruto, said Neji. Thank you, said Naruto, but unfortunately, I don't swing that way. As Uncle bursted out in laughing, as Neji had an irritated look on his face. I didn't mean it like that, you idiot. Naruto waved his hands. Sure, whatever you say. Neji merely scoffed as he crossed his arms annoyed. As Uncle finished laughing, oh yeah, this has been a good night, alright. Naruto then walked up to Hayashi's body as he started to poke it. What are you doing? Asked Uncle. Naruto shrugged as he stopped his poking. Nothing. I just always wanted to do that to that stuck-up bastard. It's not as fun as I thought it would be though. That's because he's dead, stated Uncle. Naruto nodded. That's probably why. We should hurry, said Neji. We don't know if any of the Hyuga members will come to see Hayashi for any clan matters. Uncle nodded in agreement. As Naruto picked up Hayashi's dead body and threw it over his shoulder. What are you going to do? Asked Neji with curiosity. As Uncle was also curious. Naruto smirked. Remember that I told you that I have a plan so no one will suspect Hinata or that there won't be an investigation. As both Uncle and Neji nodded, as Naruto was still smirking, as he turned and looked out the window. Now, you guys will get to see it. Naruto could only smirk to himself as he jumped from rooftop to rooftop with the corpse of Hayashi over his shoulder. Man, thought Naruto, you'd think someone would have noticed me by now. What is this? Do you actually want them to catch you? Kurama asked. Of course, said Naruto. Weren't you listening to what I said earlier? Maybe, said Kurama. Well then, if you're that curious, just wait to see what is going to happen. Alright then, said Kurama, but hurry up, before I lose interest. Naruto then stopped as he looked down at the village that was being rebuilt. I must say, they have rebuilt the village quickly. Faster than I thought, said Naruto, but it was still under construction. But all in good time, said Naruto, as he glanced back at the corpse. I have to get rid of this guy. And since no one is noticing me, then I'll make it extremely obvious, Naruto said. And how do you plan on doing that? Kurama asked. Naruto simply dropped Hayashi's body on the ground. You will see, he said, as he activated his Rinnegan. With Tsunade. Tsunade, you should get some rest. Don't forget that the summit is the day after tomorrow. It's midnight already? Tsunade asked as she looked at Shizune. As Shizune nodded and pointed to the window, as Tsunade looked through the window and see that everything was dark. As suddenly Tsunade felt a familiar chakra coming from somewhere near the Hyuga compound. This chakra, she thought, as she got up and looked through the window. It couldn't be, she said to herself. Tsunade, said Shizune as she walked up beside her, as Shizune also sensed the chakra. As there was a massive level of chakra being released. Shizune, Tsunade said as she looked at the woman. As Shizune saw a worried look on Tsunade's face. Get me a team of Anvu as soon as possible. We need to get there now. Shizune ran out of the office. Naruto, thought Tsunade. Back with Naruto. Oi, why are you just wasting your chakra? Kurama asked. I know, but I have more than enough. Looks like my chakra level has risen. When? The Sage of Six Paths shared his power with me. Naruto didn't stop releasing his chakra as he looked on the ground to see Hayashi's body still there. Won't be long now, said Naruto. Tsunade! As Tsunade looked behind her to see a female envoy with purple hair running up to her with four other envoys behind her. Cat, stated Tsunade as she turned her head. What is it, Tsunade? Asked Cat. She of course felt the amount of chakra, but she didn't know what to make of it. Follow me, said Tsunade as she went out the window with the cat and the four other envoys behind her. As they were rushing to the source of chakra, we're almost there, said Tsunade. Well, it seems that I've got a crowd, said Naruto, as he felt chakra of shinobis coming from all directions. Well, to sell this, Naruto said, as he grabbed Hayashi's body and threw it in a nearby building with great force, as the body went straight through the wall. As Tsunade arrived just in time to see the sight, Naruto throwing Hayashi's body into the wall. As the envoys were behind her and all active shinobis from around the area appeared as he wondered what was going on. Naruto raised an eyebrow as he looked around. Okay, he thought with a sweat drop. Maybe I went a little overboard. You think? Said Kurama. Thanks for your support, Naruto said sarcastically. As Kurama chuckled, don't mention it. That's why I'm here after all. Right, said Naruto. Naruto, Tsunade said as she stepped forward, a look of rage on her face as she looked over at Hayashi's unmoving body. As she already assumed what happened here, that Naruto fought Hayashi and that is why the amount of chakra was released earlier. Hayashi must have closed one of Naruto's points, causing Naruto to forcefully open it by forcing his chakra out, and then Naruto proceeds to kill Hayashi. The only question is, why Naruto attacked Hayashi in the first place? And that is what she was going to find out, even if she have to beat the brat into a bloody mess. Well, she was going to do that anyways. As she focused on his appearance, she could tell that it was him because of his whiskers, but other than that, he was a complete different person. Naruto raised an eyebrow to Tsunade calling out his name. Yes, he said as if nothing happened. Tsunade scowled as she took notice of his carefree attitude. You will not get away. Naruto could only sigh. Haven't you guys learned yet that you cannot stop me? Our last encounter should have showed you that. That was only because you have backup, but now you're alone, said Tsunade. Naruto chuckled at that. You honestly believe that I'm alone? Have you forgotten what this village turned me into? He said, pointing at his stomach, as Tsunade's eyes went wide at that. Also many shinobis did. I see that you understand. You guys gave me my greatest partner, said Naruto. So he and the Kyuubi are on good terms, thought Tsunade worriedly. So this confirms it. Naruto, said another voice, as Naruto turned his head. As he raised another eyebrow, as he saw Iruka stepping towards him out of the crowd. Please, you need to stop this, said Iruka, as he recognized Naruto. But you'll have to worry about his new appearance later. Naruto merely stared at the academy teacher for a few seconds before he smirked. Sorry, but it's too late for that. Words cannot stop me. If you really want to put an end towards this, Naruto said, as he spread his arms outward, then you will have to kill me. Iruka could only stare at Naruto. As he froze, he couldn't do anything. As a shinobi jumped down and dropped in front of Naruto the kunai in his hand. Die! This is for killing my brother! Naruto simply grabbed the man's hand and twisted the kunai as Naruto then grabbed him by the throat, squeezing it. You still think that you can change me, Naruto said, as he looked at Iruka. Well, let me show you that you're wrong. As Naruto, with his Rinnegan, pulled out the man's soul. That's it! Screamed Tsunade. Everyone, capture him now! As all of the shinobis jumped down at him. Sorry, but I don't have time to play with you. With a dark flash, Naruto vanished. Damn it, Tsunade cursed, as he escaped them once more. But spread out, he can still be in the village, she said. On a nearby tree. Impressive, said Anko. Watching all of that really turned me on. As Neji's eyebrow twitched. I didn't need to know that, he said. Uncle looked at him with a smirk. What? You don't find me sexy? She asked. Neji turned his head with a blush. I am not going to answer that. As Uncle chuckled. It's so funny to mess with you, she thought. Having fun, are we? As both of them looked up to see Naruto resting above the tree with an amused look on his face. Uncle then climbed up the tree as she wrapped her arms around Naruto. I am flattered that you didn't forget about me, said Uncle with a smile. Never, said Naruto. As he jumped down, Neji jumped down as well. I want you to tell Hinata what she will do next, Naruto said. Oi, said Kurama, it's not wise to stay out in the open like this. I am sure that Tsunade will send search team to look for you. I know, said Naruto. The Hyuga no longer has a clan head, said Neji. What do you... But Naruto interrupted him. I am sure that you'll figure something out, he said with a smirk. Right, said Neji shaking his head. Come on, said Uncle. We have things to do. As Neji scowled as he turned to walk away. Don't worry, I'll tell Uncle what you need to tell Hinata what to do. So see you later, said Naruto, as Neji kept on walking, causing Naruto to chuckle. Let's do this, Uncle said, as she wrapped her arms around Naruto, as he smirked, as the both of them disappeared in a black flash. Back with Tsunade, where the hell have you been? She asked Kabuto. I was out getting some fresh air. I didn't thought that Konoha would be under attack. As Tsunade sighed as she looked at Kabuto, to think she would have to team up with him. Circumstances. Damn it. As a few hours already passed since Naruto's surprise visit and kill Hayashi. As it was now 4 AM in the morning and Tsunade hasn't slept yet, and she doubted that she would sleep tonight as well. I am surprised though, said Kabuto, as he readjusted his glasses. Why would Naruto kill Hayashi Hyuga of all persons? I don't know, said Tsunade. Well, I have things to do, said Kabuto. I am sure that you would want me accompanying you to the cage meeting. Yes, said Tsunade. Both you and Kakashi will be my bodyguards. As Kabuto nodded as he went away. With Mikato. So you're finally here, she said, as Sasuke arrived. Now come and give your mother a big hug, she said, opening up her arms. As Sasuke's eyebrow twitched, as Mikato walked up to him, as she grabbed him and gave him a hug. As Suigetsu and Karin burst out in laugh. As Mikato then released him from her hug. So how are you doing? She asked. Could do without your hugs, thought Sasuke. So are we ready to move on? He asked. I am quite tired of traveling from village to village. Before Mikato could respond, someone beat her to it. Now, Sasuke, everything in due time. As both Obito and Naruto appeared in the office because of Obito's teleportation jutsu. Oh, said Mikato in surprise. What are you doing here? She asked. Just to make sure that everything was finished, said Naruto, after he acquainted with Anko. One of the White Zetsu clone was in the village, so he used the White Zetsu to contact Obito, and now they're here. Everything has been taken care of, replied Mikato. But where is Kushina? In Kiri, Naruto responded. As he then turned to Sasuke, don't worry, things will get exciting now. No more traveling. Sasuke smirked at that. It's about time, said Sasuke, as Naruto smirked as well. As Mikato then crossed her arms. And a whole day is still left. What are we supposed to do? Naruto shrugged. Relax. Use this time to get some rest. Obito then sighed as he rubbed the back of his head. Well, if you don't need me anymore, I guess I'll go sightseeing. And with that, Obito walked out. Suigetsu also went away. We need to talk, said Naruto to Mikato, making her raise her eyebrow. Seeing where this was going, Sasuke simply walked out as well. Let's go, he said to Karin, as she merely nodded and followed behind him. When the door closed, Mikato asked, what is it? Naruto then activated his regular Sharingan with the 3 totems. These eyes, who does they belong to? Mikato sighed at that. Do you really want to know? She asked. Naruto nodded. As he closed his eyes and when they opened, his Mangeto was activated. because I don't want to go blind because of this. So the Eternal, muttered Mikato, understanding where Naruto was going with this. Exactly. So who eyes was this? Naruto asked. Mikato sighed again before answering. Well, if you want to know, I have to explain something to you. I have a whole collection of Sharingan eyes. With the help of White Zetsu, I managed to secure a lot of them after the Uchiha massacre, she explained. Of course, there was also Tobi, who collected some for his own use as well. But unlike him, the reason I collected them was because they were property of the Uchiha clan and not Konoha. But there was one important eye that both Tobi and I could not get in time, as Mikato paused, and that was Uchiha Shisui's eye. Uchiha Shisui? Naruto asked. As Mikato nodded, yes, he possessed the Mangetsu and one of the strongest genjutsu in existence, if not the strongest, and the one that has it is Danzo. Why am I not surprised? Said Naruto. I don't know what happened to his other eye though, thought Mikato with a thoughtful look as she shook her head. The point is that Danzo has a strong Sharingan eye in his possession. That is what I was after before I heard that you went off with Jiraiya on your training trip. I see, muttered Naruto. Mikato shrugged, but it doesn't matter now. That bastard is going to show himself at the cage meeting, and that is when I will take the eye back. I understand so far, stated Naruto, but you still haven't told me who these eyes belong to. This time Mikato chuckled. You're probably not going to believe this, but those eyes belong to none other than Madara's father. Naruto raised an eyebrow at that. Seriously? He asked. So, how will I get the Eternal then? Does he have any other relative that I can transplant with? As Mikato went quiet, but her mind was thinking, as we go into a flashback, as Zetsu and Mikato were talking, only when he asked for it are you to give him Madara brother's eyes so that he can get the Eternal. Why are you telling me this now? Mikato asked. And why did Madara ask you to do this? It's important, said Zetsu. And you're not going to tell me why, are you? You know me too well, said Zetsu. And just do what Madara asks and you will be glad of the things that will happen when everything is all over. He better be right, said Mikato. End of the flashback. I have something that will get around that so you can possess the Eternal Mangeto Sharingan, said Mikato with a smirk. And that is? Asked Naruto. As Mikato smirked. Back at the Leaf Village, hours later, as we skip to the rest of the rookies who were talking on what they will do against Naruto, it is clear that he wasn't going to change, as Sakura had her head lowered to the ground, as Neji was just standing there, listening to them. As Neji found it amusing 3 years ago, Sakura wouldn't have given a single thought to Naruto, but now that he leaves, she's obsessed over him. I wonder what she's going to think about when she finds out that Sasuke is also in this, thought Neji with a mental smirk. He then glanced at Hinata, who looked pretty normal for someone who just lost her father. The Hyuga clan was also in a big mess at the moment. The elders didn't know what to do without a clan head. Of course Neji would know what to do about that, but that would be for later. I suppose that no one has any objections, asked Shikamaru with a serious look on his face as he looked at Sakura, as if anyone would have objections about them trying to kill Naruto, it would be Hinata or her. But Naruto killing her father, she wouldn't say anything or try to do anything to stop them now, Shikamaru thought, and Sakura just had her head low as she didn't say anything. Then it's settled, said Shikamaru. Naruto is an enemy to all of us. We are not going to try and talk to him anymore. Just go for the kill. As Tenten glanced at Sakura but didn't say anything. Idiots, thought Neji, as he looked at Shikamaru and the rest. Do they actually think they can stop him? As we skip to Danzo, who was in one of his tents near the Land of Iron where the cage meeting is going to be keep. Yes, after this meeting is over, I will be the Hokage and ruler of all the great shinobi's nation, Danzo said with a smile on his face as he looked at his root agents. As, with Shisui's eye he could not lose, he will use it to take control of the meeting and make sure he rules all of the nations. Back with Naruto, it's done. Naruto touched his bandaged eyes. He could feel it indeed, the power oozing from them. So this is the eternal Mangekyou. Now I can use this Mangekyou without any worries. Your body needs to get adjusted to them, so you have to stay in bed for now. But Mikato knew it wouldn't take that long because the Bichu was still inside of Naruto, who would speed up the process. Naruto sighed at that. This will not be fun, he stated. With Fu, she jumped up out of her bed. You're awake, said a voice. Danzo, Fu said as she looked around. What happened? She asked. Whoa, calm down, said Obito as he walked up to her. You're safe now, Obito, said Fu in relief. She then looked around, not recognizing the room. Where am I? She asked. You're in a safe house at the moment, Obito answered. You sure have missed a lot. Where is Naruto? Fu asked. In Kumo, answered Obito. Fu then got out of the bed, showing that she was only wearing a white gown. I need to go and see him then. Obito shook his head. You can't right now, he's currently busy. What am I supposed to do then? Asked Fu. Get dressed, answered Obito. And I'm sure that you must be hungry. As he said that, Fu's stomach rumbled. As Fu blushed in embarrassment. I'll get you something to eat, said Obito. Thank you, she said. As Obito left the room and closed the door behind him so that she can get change. With Kabuto, he was in an underground lab in Konoha as he chuckled as he read the scroll that he found at Uzu. Now I will be able to summon those four after all, thought Kabuto. But he better hurry. You have to be ready when Tsunade will leave to the land of iron. Naruto, you are indeed powerful. But will you be able to handle this amount of power? He said with a smirk. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. But for now, I'm out here. Peace.